Have you ever dreamed of winning the lottery and living a life of luxury? Well, not everyone who wins the lottery ends up living happily ever after. In fact, some winners make really bad decisions that turn their big win into a big mess. Today, we're going to look at the 10 dumbest lottery winners of all time and their crazy stories. From hidden wins to wild spending sprees, these stories will show you how winning the lottery can sometimes be more of a curse than a blessing. Let's get started. Number 1. Lee Ryan. First up, we have Lee Ryan, who went from rags to riches and back to rags again. In 1995, Lee was living with his girlfriend and 3 kids in public housing in England. He spent his last pound on a lottery ticket and won a huge £6.5 million jackpot. But even before he got his hands on the money, things started going downhill. While waiting for his lottery check to clear, Lee got caught stealing a car and ended up in jail for 18 months. He served 9 months of his sentence, becoming the first British lottery millionaire to go to jail. Once out, Lee didn't waste any time spending his winnings. He had a lavish wedding, bought a lakeside mansion, and treated himself to a fleet of luxury cars with custom license plates. Lee also bought a private plane, superbikes, and a helicopter. His spending spree included jewelry and women, leading to a divorce in 2003. Poor business decisions cost him over £2 million in failed ventures. Moving to his new girlfriend's home country, he blew another £2 million on her relatives. Eventually, Lee found himself broke and living in a rented flat in South London. Reflecting on his downfall, Lee admitted that the money had been a curse. Despite his initial prayers to become a millionaire, he ended up penniless and alone, proving that sometimes too much money can be more trouble than it's worth. Number 2. Michael Carroll. Next on our list is Michael Carroll, who won the UK National Lottery at just 19 years old. Michael had a troubled past filled with petty crimes and even wore an ankle bracelet when he won £10 million. At the time, he was working as a garbage collector and didn't even have a bank account. Instead of using his winnings wisely, Michael went on a wild spending spree. He bought a mansion, threw extravagant parties, and became notorious for his outrageous behavior. He often invited hundreds of people he barely knew and was always seen wearing flashy gold chains. Michael even held demolition derbies in his backyard, which led to multiple police visits. His reckless lifestyle quickly drained his bank account. He spent all his money on parties, drugs, and cars. Eventually, he had to sell his mansion and all his possessions. Michael ended up homeless, living in the woods, and working at a cookie factory for £300 a week. Despite his downfall, there's a silver lining. Michael managed to kick his addictions and has been sober ever since. Number 3. Americo Lopez. Moving on, we have Americo Lopez's story. Americo was part of a workplace lottery pool with his fellow construction workers in New Jersey. In November 2009, one of their tickets hit the Mega Million jackpot, winning over $24 million. But instead of sharing the news with his colleagues, Americo decided to keep the winnings for himself. He told his boss he needed time off for foot surgery and then quietly collected the prize. After taxes, he took home over $17 million. Americo didn't return to work, claiming he needed more time to recover. He then went on a spending spree, buying a $400,000 house, a new truck, and taking trips to Portugal. He even applied for unemployment benefits to keep up the appearance of being a regular guy. However, Americo couldn't keep his secret for long. He boasted about his win to a former coworker, which led to his colleagues investigating. They found out about his deception and took him to court. The jury ruled in their favor, ordering Americo to split the winnings with the original lottery pool members. Each coworker received around $4 million. Americo ended up with much less than he had planned and lost the trust of his friends and colleagues in the process. Number 4. Alicia Battle. At number 4 is a story that is a mix of desperation and deceit. In 2003, Alicia Battle claimed to have lost a Mega Million ticket worth $162 million. She went public saying she was the winner but had misplaced the ticket. The public and police rallied to help her find it. Meanwhile, the real winner, Rebecca Jemison, had the ticket and was quietly taking financial advice before coming forward. When Rebecca was declared the true winner, Alicia didn't back down. She filed a police report accusing Rebecca of stealing her ticket. However, an investigation proved that Rebecca was the legitimate winner. Alicia was charged with filing false police reports and was sentenced to jail. Her desperate attempt to claim the winnings not only failed, but also landed her in legal trouble. Number 5. Christina Goodnow. Next is Christina Goodnow's story of unbelievable carelessness. In 2005, Christina found out she had won $1 million in the California lottery. Instead of claiming the prize right away, she decided to wait a bit. Unfortunately, Christina misplaced the winning ticket and couldn't find it when she went to claim her winnings. After searching everywhere, Christina realized the ticket was gone for good. She tried to provide proof that she had purchased the ticket, but the lottery officials needed the physical ticket to verify her claim. As a result, Christina lost out on the $1 million prize. Christina's story shows how quickly a life-changing opportunity can slip through your fingers due to simple negligence. Number 6. Jose Antonio Cuatoc's story is one of hard work turned to disaster. Jose, an undocumented immigrant from Guatemala, was working long hours as a dishwasher in Georgia when he won a $750,000 lottery prize in 2010. Afraid to claim the prize himself due to his immigration status, Jose asked his boss to claim the winnings on his behalf. His boss, Russell Carey, agreed to help, but instead kept the money for himself. Russell used the winnings to buy luxury cars and other lavish items, leaving Jose with nothing. Jose took Russell to court, and after a long legal battle, he won the case. However, due to lawyer fees and other expenses, Jose only received a fraction of his original prize. Number 7. Cali Rogers. At last is the story of Cali Rogers, who was just 16 years old when she won £1.9 million in the UK National Lottery in 2003. At such a young age, Cali was unprepared for the responsibility that came with such a large sum of money. Her sudden wealth led to a spree of extravagant spending. She bought designer clothes, cosmetic surgeries, lavish gifts for friends, and even a few properties. However, the money also brought negative influences into her life. Cali fell into a cycle of partying and drug use, spending a significant portion of her winnings on cocaine. Her relationships with family and friends became strained, and she struggled with mental health issues. By the time she was 22, Cali had spent almost all her winnings and was living on government benefits. Reflecting on her experience, Cali has often said that winning the lottery at such a young age was more of a curse than a blessing. There you have it, the tales of the dumbest lottery winners of all time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories. See you next time.